What if I told you that she still thinks about you, but she'll never make the first move? She's watching quietly from afar, keeping an eye on your stories, scrolling through your profile, even revisiting old messages. Perhaps she'll type something out, only to erase it repeatedly. But will she ever send it? Number. And here's why. The human mind is a battlefield, a silent struggle between desire and ego, between emotions and self-control. Right now, she's stuck in that conflict. She remembers you, she wonders what you're up to, but every time she considers reaching out, something stops her. Pride, fear, and that lingering thought. What if he's already moved on? Because deep down she knows that reaching out means risking her own ego. It means confronting the possibility that you've become someone she can no longer influence, and nothing scares her more than that. This is the truth. Most people would rather suffer in silence than admit they were wrong. She doesn't want to be the one who breaks first, doesn't want to appear weak. So instead, she waits, watching from a distance, hoping that you'll be the one to reach out first. But the moment you do, you confirm her greatest fear. She still holds control over your emotions. And just like that, the power stays with her. So there you are, wondering, should I text her? Should I call? Maybe she just needs a sign. Nope. The second you give in, you become predictable, expected, a memory she can revisit on her terms. But when you don't reach out, when you show no reaction, no need, no weakness, that's when her mind starts to unravel. Did I misjudge him? Is he really over me? Was I ever truly his? This is where the shift begins, not with words, not with begging, but with silence. Because the greatest power in attraction is self-control, control over your emotions, your responses. When you master that, you become untouchable. She feels it, she notices it, and suddenly the roles flip. Now she's the one feeling uncertain. She's the one haunted by regret. So ask yourself, are you ready to take back control? Are you done chasing ghosts? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions, not her. Now, let's begin. Number 1, the reality behind her silence. You might think she doesn't care, that she's moved on with ease while you're stuck picking up the pieces. But let me tell you, her silence isn't indifference, it's a calculated move. She's not reaching out, not because she's forgotten about you, but because she doesn't need to. She's betting on the fact that sooner or later you'll be the one to break first. She knows how the game works. She knows that most men can't stand uncertainty, that they can't bear not knowing, that they can't handle the emptiness that follows a broken connection. And that's exactly why she stays silent. Emotions are power. The person who feels more is the one who suffers more. The person who reaches out first loses the upper hand. So she waits, she watches, she lets time do its work, confident that at some point your emotions will give you away. Sooner or later, you'll miss her so much that you'll reach out. And when you do, she wins. Because the moment you send that text, the moment you ask her how she's doing, the moment you try to bring something back to life that's already dead, you confirm everything she suspected, that she still occupies your thoughts, that she still holds power over you, and that she doesn't have to chase because you'll always come back on your own. But what happens if you don't? What if you don't text, don't check her social media, don't give her any sign that you're waiting? Doubt starts to creep in. At first, she might think you're just being stubborn, but as days turn into weeks, her confidence begins to crack. Why hasn't he reached out? Did he move on? Did he finally realize his worth? Have I really lost him? This is when the shift occurs. Your silence becomes louder than any words you could say. Suddenly she's no longer in control of the situation. She's the one questioning, and the reality of your absence starts to sink in. But this only works if you commit to it, if you refuse to break, if you let her sit in her own silence, wondering why you're not chasing like every other guy she's known. If you become the exception, the man who doesn't need her validation. Because true strength isn't loud, it's not desperate, it's not impulsive. Real strength is quiet, controlled, unshaken, and when you master that, she will feel it. If you're done being a puppet in someone else's game and ready to stand your ground, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence is my power. Number 2. Why chasing only drives her further away. You might think that if you just explain yourself, if you remind her of what you had, she'll see the light and come back. But that's not how it works. The more you chase, the less she values you. The harder you try to pull her back, the faster she'll run. Desperation is a major turnoff. It screams insecurity and sends the message that you don't see yourself as the prize. She is the prize. And once she realizes that, she starts losing respect for you. This is human nature. We don't value things that are handed to us easily. We don't crave what's always within reach. We chase what feels just out of our grasp. And right now, whether you know it or not, you're teaching her how to treat you. Every time you double text, every time you remind her of the good times, every time you reach out first, you reinforce one simple truth in her mind. You're an option, not a priority. You might think you're being persistent, that you're fighting for love, but what you're actually doing is eliminating all mystery, all challenge, all attraction. You're giving her certainty, and certainty kills desire. Think about it. What happens when you watch a movie and you already know the ending? It's boring, predictable, forgettable. The same principle applies here. But when you disappear, when you stop chasing, when you completely pull back, that's when her mind begins to spiral. Where is he? Why isn't he reaching out? Did I misjudge him? Did I make a mistake? Your absence creates space, and space creates uncertainty. Suddenly, she doesn't have that emotional safety net anymore. She's the one who has to wonder, overthink, and feel the discomfort of not knowing. And that discomfort, that's what forces people to act. Here's the hard truth. No one forgets someone who is truly valuable. If she truly saw your worth, she wouldn't have let you go in the first place. But if she didn't, that means your value wasn't high enough in her eyes. So what do? You raise your value. You rebuild yourself into someone she would regret losing. But that only happens when you let go, when you stop chasing, when you stop trying to force a connection that's already broken. Real men don't beg, they don't plead, they don't chase. They step back, focus on themselves, and in doing so, they shift the power completely. If you're tired of running in circles and ready to become the one they chase, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I do not chase, I attract *. Number 3. Emotional mastery. Why she's drawn to a man in control. Have you ever noticed how the men who care the least seem to get the most attention? The ones who don't overreact, who don't chase, who don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They move differently, and because of that, they hold the power. This isn't luck, it's not some secret formula, it's control. The man who controls his emotions controls the situation. The man who doesn't react out of fear, desperation, or loneliness becomes untouchable. Women don't respect a man who is emotionally unstable. They don't value a man who lets his feelings dictate his behavior. You might think she left because she stopped loving you, but no. She left because she stopped feeling drawn to you. She saw your emotional reactions, your constant need for reassurance, your fear of losing her. and that fear became suffocating. She didn't want to be your emotional anchor. She wanted to be drawn to your strength, to your presence, to your ability to handle life without breaking. Attraction is deeply rooted in biology. Women are wired to seek out men who provide emotional stability, not men who crumble under pressure, not men who beg, plead, or spiral when things don't go their way, but men who can take a hit, stand tall, and keep moving forward. So, if you're sitting there overthinking, obsessing, replaying conversations in your head, stop. Every second you spend caught up in emotion is a second you lose control, and the more control you lose, the less attractive you become. You must become the calm in the storm. A man who isn't shaken by silence. A man who doesn't need to force anything because he understands that he is the prize. When you become that man, people feel it. She will feel it. And she'll realize something that terrifies her. You don't need her. And that realization is what makes you powerful. If you're ready to take back control, if you're done letting emotions weaken you, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Number 4. The power of mystery. How to make her wonder about you. Predictability kills attraction, but mystery fuels it. Right now, she thinks she knows everything about you. She believes she understands how you feel, what you're thinking, and what you'll do next. And that certainty, that's what keeps her comfortable. It's why she's not reaching out. But what happens when you become unpredictable? When you stop sharing your emotions? When you stop engaging with her social media? When you stop reacting the way she expects? Doubt creeps in. She starts asking herself, why isn't he reaching out? Is he seeing someone new? Is he happier without me? That uncertainty sparks curiosity, and that curiosity makes her question everything. Here's a psychological truth. People value what they don't fully understand. The moment you pull back and become unreadable, you stop being a finished book and turn into a puzzle she suddenly wants to solve. This is where most men go wrong. They think that if they just disappear, she'll come running. But it's not about going silent. It's about becoming a man she no longer has access to, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and energetically. She should never know what you're thinking, never know how you feel, never know if you still want her, because the moment she does, the mystery is gone. And when the mystery is gone, so is the attraction. So stop giving her a window into your life. Stop making it easy for her to keep tabs on you. Let her wonder, let her doubt, let her question, because when she does, that's when she starts reaching out. That's when she starts regretting. That's when she realizes she might have lost you forever. If you're ready to stop being predictable and become the man she can't figure out, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the mystery she will never solve. Number 5. Rebuilding your value, the art of self-improvement. If you want her to regret leaving, if you want to shift the power completely, then stop focusing on her and start focusing on rebuilding yourself. Here's the truth. She's not paying attention to your words. She's paying attention to your actions. She's watching to see if you crumble without her or if you rise without her. Right now, whether you realize it or not, you are at a crossroads. One path leads to obsession, overthinking, waiting, hoping she'll come back. The other path leads to transformation, becoming a version of yourself who doesn't care whether she reaches out because you're too busy winning. Let me tell you something about regret. It doesn't come from watching you suffer. Regret comes from watching you thrive. When she sees you leveling up, when she notices your physique improving, your confidence growing, your lifestyle expanding, that's when the regret kicks in. Not because you're trying to impress her, but because she realizes she no longer has access to the man you've become. This is where most men mess up. They want revenge. They want to prove a point. But here's the thing, you don't evolve for her. you evolve for yourself. The goal isn't to get her back. The goal is to become the man she could never replace. So what are you doing right now? Are you stuck in the past, replaying old memories? Or are you in the gym, building your body? Are you scrolling through her social media, hoping for a sign? Or are you working on your finances, securing your future? Are you waiting for validation? Or are you creating a life so powerful and fulfilling that her absence becomes nothing but a distant memory? Here's the reality. The best revenge is never in words, it's in success. And when she sees that, she'll realize too late that the man she left behind no longer exists. If you're ready to evolve into your greatest self, if you're done living in the past, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I do not look back. I level up. Number 6, the psychological trigger. How to make her regret losing you. Want to know the exact moment she'll regret leaving? It's not when you text her. It's not when you try to prove your worth. It's the moment she realizes she no longer has power over you. Here's the thing. People don't regret losing someone who still wants them. They regret losing someone who moved on without them. Right now, she assumes you're still thinking about her, still watching her, still waiting and hoping she'll come back. As long as she believes that, she feels safe, comfortable, and in control. But the moment she senses a shift, the moment she realizes she no longer has space in your mind, your heart, or your life, that's when the regret kicks in. Because now, she's not rejecting you, you're rejecting her. It's subtle but powerful. The way you stop engaging, the way you no longer react, the way you carry yourself like someone who's too focused on his own growth to be bothered by the past. She'll feel it, and it will shake her. Now she has to ask herself, did I make a mistake? Was he actually better than I thought? Here's where psychology works in your favor. The human mind hates uncertainty. The second she starts questioning, she needs an answer. That's when she starts checking up on you, watching your stories, asking friends about you, finding excuses to reconnect. But by then, you won't need her validation. You'll be too busy becoming the man she never thought you could be. So forget revenge. Forget trying to make her jealous. Forget trying to force regret. Just disappear, elevate, become someone she can never reach again, because that's the only way to make her truly regret losing you, not by trying to get her back, but by becoming someone she'll never have access to again. If you're done being someone's backup plan, if you're ready to become irreplaceable, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the one who got away. Number 7, the final test. If you still care, you haven't let go. Let's be real. Right now, you're still wondering if she'll ever reach out, still hoping that one day she'll realize what she lost and come back. That's the final test. Because the truth is, if you still care about whether she regrets losing you, you haven't truly moved on. You see, true detachment isn't about pretending not to care. It's actually not caring. It's waking up one day and realizing she's just another person, another memory, another lesson. No anger, no sadness, no lingering thoughts, just indifference. And this is where most men fail. They do everything right. They go silent, focus on themselves, level up. But deep down, they're still watching, still waiting, still hoping. And that hope is what keeps them stuck. Because hope is attachment, and attachment is the root of suffering. She's watching you, but whether she regrets leaving or not doesn't matter. If she reaches out again, it's already too late. Because when you truly move on, you stop needing closure. You stop needing validation. You stop needing her to regret anything at all. She becomes irrelevant. Ironically, that's when she feels it the most. because nothing is more powerful than a man who is completely, unapologetically free. So ask yourself, are you really letting go, or are you just waiting for a reaction? Because if you're still checking, still wondering, still hoping, you're still trapped. And the only way to break free is to let go completely. If you're ready to stop holding on to the past, if you're done waiting for a ghost, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what no longer serves me. Number 8. Why she's watching you but can't reach out. You might not see her, but she's there, watching, checking, wondering. But no matter how much she wants to, she won't reach out. And here's why. Because if she does, she risks confirming her worst fear, that she no longer has control over you. Right now, she's playing a silent game. She wants to know if you're still the man she left behind, if you're still waiting, still hoping, still emotionally tied to her. As long as she doesn't reach out, she doesn't have to face the truth. But deep down, she's starting to sense something. She feels the shift. She feels your absence. And it's not just your words, it's your energy, the lack of reaction, the fact that you no longer orbit around her, the fact that she's losing access to the version of you that once put her on a pedestal. That's why she's watching, not because she wants to come back, but because she wants to see if you're still within reach. But when she sees that you're not, that you've detached, evolved, moved on, that's when the panic sets in. Because now she realizes you were the one who got away. And her silence, it's not indifference, it's fear. Fear of facing the fact that she lost someone valuable, fear of seeing you thrive without her, fear of admitting that she misjudged you. So no, she won't reach out. Her ego won't let her, and even if she does, it won't be for love. It'll be for validation, a test to see if she still has control, a test to see if she can still affect you. But by then, you won't even care, because you'll be so far ahead that her presence will mean nothing. If you're done waiting for ghosts, if you're done needing closure, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Her silence is not my problem. Number 9. The ultimate Stoic mindset. She's not the prize, you are. At some point, you have to ask yourself, why was I chasing her in the first place? Because the moment you start seeing yourself as the prize, everything changes. Think about it. Why did she have so much power over you? Why did you care so much about her opinion? Why did you let her absence affect your self-worth? Because you saw her as the prize. And as long as you did that, you were always going to be the one chasing, the one waiting, the one suffering. But that ends today. The Stoics understood one thing better than anyone else. Your value is not defined by anyone but you, not by her, not by society, not by external validation. The moment you internalize that, you become untouchable. Because when you truly believe that you are the prize, you stop chasing. You stop seeking approval. You stop attaching your worth to whether someone stays or leaves. You walk away without fear. You detach without hesitation. And in doing so, you become exactly what she never thought you could be, a man she can't control, a man she can't manipulate, a man she can't replace. And the irony, that's when people start chasing you. Because people don't chase what's desperate. They chase what's scarce, what's valuable, what they can't have. But by then, it won't matter. Because once you've mastered the Stoic mindset, once you've built a life so strong that no one's absence can shake it, you'll realize the truth. She was never the prize. You were. You always were. If you're ready to step into your power, if you're done putting others on pedestals, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the prize. And remember, a Stoic man does not chase. He attracts. He does not beg, he builds. He does not wait, he moves forward. Stay strong, stay focused, and never forget your worth. At the end of the day, it's not about her. It was never about her. It's about you, the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, and the way you respond to life when things don't go your way. That's what defines you. Not a breakup, not a lost connection, not whether she ever regrets losing you. Because the truth is, you don't need closure. You don't need validation. You don't need to know if she still thinks about you, if she regrets leaving, or if she'll ever reach out. None of it matters. What matters is that you've built yourself into a man who doesn't need those answers. A man who's too focused on his own path to look back. This isn't just about one woman. This is about every relationship, every challenge, every moment where life tests you. You have two choices: let it break you, or let it build you. And the man who wins in the end is the one who chooses to build. So, what's your next move? Are you going to sit around waiting for ghosts? Or are you going to rise, evolve, and step into your power? If you're ready to leave the past behind and embrace the future, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I choose strength over attachment. This is Stoic blessing. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and most importantly, stay in control.